Well, hey there friends, and welcome back to Busy Girl Budgets. My name is Mallory and I live in New Mexico with my husband and our 2 dogs. On this channel, we use the cash envelope system, and today we're going to be doing our cash unstuffing as well as budgeting for our upcoming paycheck. So grab your favorite drink or snack, cozy up, and let's get to budgeting. Well, hey everybody, and welcome back again. I'm happy to be back home and filming. If you guys caught the last few videos that I had, I bulk filmed before I had to take an unexpected trip to Michigan due to my dad being in the hospital. He is home now, so that's good. After about a week's stay, he is home. Unfortunately, his health is declining rapidly. I've mentioned this before, that he has dementia, and so of course that's not a sickness that gets better. It just gets increasingly worse. So we're glad we were able to fly up there and be with the family and help and give some support. But of course, it's always nice to come home and to get back into our routine. So with that being said, I was still in Michigan just a couple days ago when I should have done my unstuffing and cash stuffing video, but I didn't have my equipment. So this is happening late. And yeah, we'll just roll with it. So we do have quite a few things to unstuff today. That's what we're going to start with. I have a list on my phone, and we're going to start in our high priority binder. Grab my cash tray. If you guys are here watching, leave me a candle emoji in the comments. I would greatly appreciate that. The engagement, any little bit of engagement really helps. So thank you guys. Okay, so the first thing we're going to pull from in here is from health, and this is just for some everyday items, one of my prescriptions and my husband's allergy medicine, and we are pulling 50. Okay, next we're going to be pulling from Michigan. So I use my Michigan envelope for additional expenses while we're gone, or if we have to have a pet sitter or someone to check on our house. And we are taking $250, which should be all of this cash, but let's give it a count. 50, 1, 20, 40, 60, 82, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, and 250. So that's all coming out. And then these placeholders represent money that's in my high yield savings account. So that is still in there. All right, and that's all we're pulling from my high priority binder. And then we will transition into my short-term binder. How's everybody doing today? Or what are your plans for the summer? It has been so hot here in Albuquerque, over 100. And in Michigan, even like when we first got there, it was kind of chilly. I was a little bit cold. But by the end of the week, it was like 87, and then it's very humid there. So that feels very warm. But I'm thankful my in-laws have a pool and they live next door. So I will most definitely be using that. Okay, so in my short-term binder, we're going to pull 100 from pups. So I'm using 100 from this envelope and 100 from my Michigan envelope. That is what I paid to our house sitter while we were gone for 10 days. She's a friend of ours, and she was able to come stay last minute. After pups, we are going to pull from beauty, which my husband got his hair cut, so that's what this is for. So we have 20, 30, 40, 45, and 50, and we're taking it all. All right. And then in toiletries, we are pulling 20. I did buy a couple new hair products. I found I think it's called the Abby Young method on TikTok, and it's just drugstore hair products, but her hair looks really good. And I've noticed that, like, even just in the little while that I've been making some changes, like, my hair feels so much better. So I'm already sold on that method. But I'm pulling 20 from toiletries, so 5, 10, 15, 20. So it has 10 left. And that'll be it for my short-term binder. Lastly, for the unstuffing, we will be taking some money out of my low priority binder. And we will be pulling 20 from entertainment. Used some of that while we were in Michigan. And then also shopping, we are pulling 30 from here. Okay, all right. So that is all that we are unstuffing today. So let's put this stuff back together and we will give this money a count. I should have $520. All right, so we have 51, 52, 250, 20, 40, 60, 81, 20, 40, 60, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, and 60. And 520, that is correct. So everything adds up, and that is what we wanted. So before we actually get into the budget with me portion of the video, I do actually have money left in my wallet. And let's go ahead and take a look at what we have in there. So I have my Kate Spade wallet. I did use quite a bit of cash while we were in Michigan rather than using my card. So I do have some cash in here, and I had quite a bit of coins in here. So let's empty all of that together. Okay, here's my cash that I have left. And let's grab my coin jar. Okay, so I have this cute little Hello Kitty milk carton looking thing. So I will show you guys the handfuls of coins as I pull them out of my wallet. So here's the first one. There's some more. Okay, and here's the last of it. All right, now that that's done, let's count up what we have left in cash. Okay, so in groceries, we had $3 left. Dining out was spent. I think some of this money got shifted around a little bit in here, but we also have 5, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. So there's 18 there. There's 3 here. That means we have 21. So I'm going to pull out my savings challenge binder because I have my rollover challenge in here. This. Try not to set any of my money on fire. All right. So I have in this binder in the back of it, this is what I've been using as my rollover challenge. So this is a challenge from my shop. It's called the Daily Grind Challenge. They are little coffee beans here. So I've been putting all my singles, and I did put a 5 in here the other day. I think I might save my 5s and put them in another challenge, but I will put the singles in here. So I only need $10 more to complete this challenge, which I think this is a little over that. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and 11. So that will complete the challenge and then some. So let's go ahead and add all of that. Okay, so what I do is I like to draw little hearts next to each of the coffee beans because I don't want to cross them off. I think the hearts are cuter. So we'll fill this in. Very exciting. I might switch out to a different challenge for rollover. I'm not sure. Why can't I not draw this heart? Or I might just restart this one. I don't know yet. But we've got $30 in here that can now go towards something else, which is very exciting. Okay. Some of those don't look like hearts. I don't know. I can't see straight today. All right. So we're going to add our 11 in here, and this should be 31 since I have $1 extra, but that's fine. So we have 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, and 31. Beautiful. $31 that we will reallocate in our next cash stuffing. For now, we're just going to slide it back in here. And we will slide this back in here for now as well. Close that up. And I need to do something with these 2 5s that I have. Now, my boot scootin' challenge is a $5 challenge, so each icon is worth 5, so I could put it in there. Or I could do my catch 'em all challenge. Let's do my catch 'em all challenge. We will color in 2 more Pokeballs. They're each worth 5, and we're adding 10. So this challenge is almost done. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. So $30 more, and then this challenge will be complete. And this is available in my Etsy shop, which is linked below. Okay, so here we have 100, 20, 25, and 30. $130 in that challenge. Did I say 130 or I don't know. I need $30 more from what let me recount this. 100, 10, 15, 20. Yes, I need $30 more. That's correct. All right. So now that we've reallocated some of those funds, let's go ahead and get set up for today's budget with me. All right, my friends, we are all set and ready to get started with this week's budget with me. This is for the pay date of June 13th. After all of our bills were paid for the next 2 weeks, we have $690 left. What I mean, paid for the next 2 weeks, so I'm not going to pay bills again until my husband gets his next check. But the $690 is our weekly allowance for this week. And then next week, my husband won't receive a check, but I will receive 2. And so we won't take any bills from those 2 checks because I make significantly less than him. But we'll just use the money that I brought in for our cash envelopes and our sinking funds. All right, so since I am doing this several days late and it's Wednesday and I'll have another cash stuffing on Friday, I don't think I want to put too much into my wallet because I really only have like 1.5 more days of spending and I really don't plan on doing much. I am going to put like $30 in groceries. There's a couple fresh things I'd like to get, and that might actually tide us over for another week, but we shall see. So let's put 30 into groceries. Dining out, I'm going to put 30 as well. My fun money will get its usual 10, buffer or miscellaneous 10, and my husband's fun money 10. So we have 30, 60, 70, 80, and 90. I'm going to write that over here in the margin, and then I'm going to keep track over here. We started with a budgeting amount to budget of 690. We've budgeted 90 so far, so we have 600 left. I'm going to go ahead and write 600 over here. That's how I know what we have left going forward. And then we will pull out my high priority binder. All right. Okay, so I have a pretty big update to share with you guys about my emergency fund. So I have been contemplating just paying off my car, and I owe about $4,900 on it, I think. And we decided that we're going to go ahead and pull from our emergency fund to pay off my car, as well as one other debt that we have, which will bring our monthly expenses, it will decrease our monthly expenses by about $500. And we're trying to eliminate some of our monthly expenses going forward. So that's what we're going to be doing. So the payment has not posted yet from the transfer from my Ally account to my regular account. So I haven't changed it on my tracker yet, but once it does post, I will update the tracker. But for now, we don't need to deal with that, but just a heads up that probably in next week's video, this is going to be a lot less than what it is right now. But currently, my emergency fund has $9,180, and we are going to add another 20 today to make that $9,200. Okay. Next is going to be my dog's emergency fund. They have $580. We're going to add another 20 in here, and that will bring it up to $600. Then for health, we need to add a good amount, so we're going to add $100. That'll bring it up to $300. Remember, this is the only bill that I cash stuff for. Everything else I pay before we even get into the cash stuffing. But this was a new bill that was added back when my husband lost his job. And so it is a hefty bill. It's almost $500 a month. And so I feel better being able to break that up a little bit. All right, next is going to be car repairs. That currently has 150. Let's go ahead and put, we'll just do 20 in there today. So that'll be 170. And then Michigan has 200. We are going to add, let's see, let's try for 50 in here. And that'll bring it up to 250. So adding up this category, or this binder, we have 20, 40, 140, 150, 160, 210. I'm going to write that over here. And then we are going to subtract 210. Whoops, we had 600. We're going to subtract the 210. So now we have 390 going into the next binder. All right, so we'll close this one up. And we'll grab my blue binder, which is my short-term binder. All right. I am still working on new ideas for my Etsy shop, you guys. I haven't really had time to sit down and try to figure out how to make envelopes. I mean, I have done a couple trial runs and they weren't great. I know it's like there's a bit of a learning curve. So I am working on that. For now, I just have savings challenges though and placeholders. But I do have a list of probably like 40 ideas that I have for savings challenges. So it's just a matter of having the time to like actually sit down and create them. So I am working on it, but there are several things available in the shop now. So if you guys want to check it out, again, it's in the description box below. All right, so starting out with my pups envelope, they are going to get 50. That'll give them 70. Next is household, and we'll put 10 in there. That'll give it 50. Costco has 80. We'll put 20 to make that 100. Next is beauty, and that has 0. So I'm going to put 30 in here because I think I have a haircut in like a week and a half or so. So I need to get some good money in there. And then toiletries, we always just put 5. I did just pull 20 from this though, so I'm going to go ahead and add 10 just to bulk it up slightly more, so that'll put it up to 20. All right, so for my short-term binder, we've got 50, 60, 70, 80, 110, 120. So now we're going to take that 390 that we had left, subtract 120, and that equals 270. So that's what we have left moving forward, and we'll write that over here. Whoops. Okay, so now we're going to switch to my low priority binder. And we have quite a bit of money left to work with. So if I can put 50 or so in this binder and then still have 220 left to put in my savings challenges, man, that would be awesome. So coffee is going to get its usual 5. Which will bring it up to 35. If you guys are new, this is the envelope we use for all of our supplies to make our drinks at home. We don't go out. This is not for like Starbucks runs or anything like that. Entertainment has 30. Let's give it 20. That'll be back to 50 then in there. Shopping has 40. We'll give it 20 today. So it'll have 60. And then gifts has 15. We'll go ahead and put 5. And that will bring it up to 20. So that is $50 that we put into this binder. Which means for our savings challenge binder, we are going to have 220, which is like very good amount. We're going to be able to probably finish some challenges. So let's get that binder out and see what we can do. Okay, so here is our savings challenge binder. And starting off, we've got the Soaring High challenge. Before I start budgeting, I kind of just want to look and see where my envelopes are at as far as how much I need to complete a challenge. And if I'm close, I need to take this out. And if I'm close, I would like to finish those and like account for those first. I have a bunch of empty envelopes in here, so I'm just going to take those out really quickly from some challenges that I had completed. Okay. So Soaring High would need 60 to complete. Boot Scootin' would need, let's see, this is a $50 challenge. So it would need 35. We definitely can do that. My Made in the 90s challenge definitely cannot complete that today, but I could add a good amount. This one I can definitely complete. Okay, so let's budget for this. So I need $30 more to complete the Catch 'em All challenge. So we'll do that one first. 30. I still keep not changing my color back. Okay, so the Pokemon challenge would get 30, and that would be complete at 150. I'm going to write it in green so I know it's complete. Okay, I'm going to keep track over here. So 220 is what we started with. We're going to take 30 for the Pokemon challenge. So we still have 190. And then where am I in this challenge? I can't quite remember. So let's give this a count. I think I've only completed the first two portions here, the 50 and the 45. So that means I have 95, but let's see. I got 50, 60, 70, 80, 85, 90, 95. Yes, I have 95. Okay. So let's do just the next 45 in here. Okay, 45. And that will bring it up to 140. Right? Okay, we're doing this a little bit backwards, but that's okay. So I'm going to over here take away the 45, so we have 145. Sorry you guys can't see my calculator. There's not really enough space on this little desk. Well, it's not a desk. If y'all are new and you don't know, this is actually a laundry basket that I have a little placeholder on, or placemat. Okay, let's go back here. So we have 145. Let's finish the Soaring High challenge. So that would be 60. And that will bring the total to 100. So let's subtract 60 over here. That leaves us with 85. Let's do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, I only need 35 to complete this challenge, so let's do that. 35. Okay. And that will bring us to 50. All right. And then lastly, my Made in the 90s challenge. Did I subtract 35 from over here? Let me do that. Okay, I have $50 left. My Made in the 90s challenge, each icon is worth 30. So I don't have enough to do 2 because I would need 60. So we're just going to do 1. And then with the extra 20 that I have left, I'm going to add it to one of my other categories. So Made in the 90s, we're going to do 30. And that'll bring us up to 90. And whoops, because I didn't put in green the ones we were finishing over here. So I'm just going to mark it, that one and that one. So we're finishing 3 challenges today, which is super awesome. Okay. All right, you guys. Wonderful. And then let's see. I'm going to figure this out in my cash stuffing video to see where I want to put it. I'm going to wait for right now. But I do need to figure out where I want to put an extra $20 because that's how much I still have left. So we ended up only putting 200 into my savings challenge binder. So we have $20 more. And let's see, is there anywhere else it could go that would kind of like round something out? You know what? I am going to add it to car repairs. And actually, no, I'm going to add it to my dog's envelope. So we're going to actually do 90 in there. well, it will be 90. Because we're going to add 70. Okay. Hope this all makes sense to you guys. Whoops. What did I just say? We were going to add 70. All right, cool. So let's update this over here as well. Added another 20, which means this is 140. And we'll disregard my pink numbers now that we've made some adjustments. What we're going to do is add up all these numbers in black and make sure that they do equal 690. So in my wallet, we have 90. Whoops. Then 210 in my high priority binder, 140 in my short-term binder, 50 in my low priority binder, and 200 in my savings challenges for a total of $690. And that is correct. Everything balances. Everything has worked out. All right, my friends. Well, that brings us to the end of today's Unstuffing and Budget with me. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with me, for the kind words on my videos, for engaging and sharing. I appreciate all of that. Reminder that if you guys made it to the end, or maybe you already did so, drop me a candle emoji in the comments. And please don't forget to give this video a thumbs up. It really, really does help. Thank you all so much for being part of the Busy Girl Budgets family. I appreciate you all so much, and we will catch you in our next one. Bye.